here, here, and here. Okay. So here is YouTube, here is Instagram, and here is TikTok. Okay. Happy Monday, everybody. I had till tomorrow. I had till tomorrow. No, don't call nobody on me. Y'all know I'll disappear for a while. When I got work to do, I can't be coming on here. When I got work to do, I cannot stop what it's a pet peeve that I have. Yes, Jordan's back from bowling. It is a pet peeve that I have that I cannot stop doing what I am doing in order to come here and talk to y'all. I'm sorry. Thank you. I'm looking good as ever. As ever, you say? Well, thank you. Yeah, I was working on that Black Sheep Sweeps presentation for investors to basically explain to you guys what Black Sheep Sweeps is, because it's like every time I talk about it, I have to talk in code. Like if I'm on TikTok, I have to talk in code about it. And then, we'll have our presentations, and the people that got the presentation or were there for the presentation definitely have already invested. But I just want to give y'all an idea of what it is, what we're doing. And also, finally, I figured out what I want our aesthetic to be. So hear me out. Okay. So the aesthetic for Black Sheep Sweeps, which how many of y'all don't know what Black Sheep Sweeps is? And I'll just tell y'all what that is, first of all, because a lot of y'all may not know. Thank you, Linka. He's telling me that someone's here. So we got one. We got, hi, Miss Sylvia. Hi, Shanice. Hi, Miss Thelma. Hey, Mecca One. How y'all doing? Hi, Myra. So you don't know? Okay. So we have a few people that don't know. I have to kind of talk in code because of TikTok and their very stringent new rules. Okay. We are creating our very own Black community owned social casino. Okay. When I say Black community owned, it means that when you come into it, you're coming in as a co-founder. You're an investor, co-founder. So that means that you are buying a position in the company, and it is a lifelong position, and you're making money forever. Okay. The reason that we're doing this, the reason is very obvious. There are many reasons, but the two most obvious reasons are there is a lack of representation in the industry as far as ownership is concerned. Okay. I'm talking about the entire industry. That includes lottery, that includes bingo, Powerball, all of that. There is a lack of representation in the ownership of those things. Kind of like in the NFL. What's up, Big Daddy? Kind of like in the NFL. In the NFL, you hardly ever see any Black owners, right? But you see a lot of Black players, but you never see a bunch of Black owners. That's the same way it is in the casino industry. Same exact thing. Okay. So we don't have any owners. And number two, it's an industry that makes billions and billions of dollars. And we actually contribute to that industry. A large population of us contribute to that industry every day. So when you're looking at what it is we're putting into it, exactly what is it that we're getting out of it? Okay. Thirdly, when you go and you look at these online places to play, you're not seeing any of the platforms represent us either. There is a very small representation of Black people even in games. Has it? And I know we got some gamers here. I know we got some people on here that play video games. There is very little representation of even Black people in video games. So that's kind of like before they made black dolls. You could have a doll, but guaranteed the doll's going to be white. So what happens to you when you are playing with something? What happens to your kids when they're playing with something and it doesn't look like them? That's the whole purpose of representation in movies, representation in toys, representation everywhere. Everybody should be able to have a representation of themselves. They should be able to see themselves in other things. And there are so many industries where Black people contribute a ton of money to that we don't even have representation in those industries. Okay. So my whole thing is, everything has been white owned our entire life. Right? Hi, Mr. Anthony. Everything's been white owned our entire lives. I can't think of anything that hasn't been white owned. Can y'all think of anything that hasn't been white owned all our lives? So it is time for us to get in. And the reason that the timing is absolutely right for this is because there is not a huge barrier to us getting involved in it like it was in previous years, in previous decades, previous years, however measure of time you want to use. There are not that many barriers to entry. I don't know what happened on YouTube that I'm getting very few people on YouTube anymore. I don't know what happened to that. Okay. Why grandkids are half Mexican, but you're on the wrong live. I don't know anything about Mexicans. So before you even finish that question, you should probably ask a Mexican. Shouldn't ask a Black woman anything about Mexicans. I don't know anything about Mexicans. So before you come back with the second half of that question, rethink it. Okay. So right now you have an opportunity to get involved in something that we have never been given the opportunity to be a part of. That's first and foremost. And secondly, you're creating something that is going to now create wealth in our community, which has, if y'all know our history, if you're starting to finally learn the history that has been stolen from us and hidden from us and buried from us all of these decades, then you will understand how important it is for us to reclaim our wealth that was stolen from us. Perfect example of wealth that was stolen from us would be the lottery. Did y'all know that Black people started the lottery? Did y'all know that? Yeah, we created it. So the lottery and the Powerball and all that stuff that y'all playing today, because I know y'all still play the lottery. We did that. Hi. Those of you that are over on YouTube, can y'all please come over to either Instagram or TikTok? Because I'm just going to turn this off. Because it's just going to be draining my internet, and y'all can join me on another platform. Okay? Just come on over here. All right, I'm just going to end this stream. And then I'll just upload this replay over on YouTube anyway. So, okay? Thank you. Hi, Miss Audrey. All right. So